Howdy, so now we are on to multiplying polynomials part 2. This is just going to show you a few special cases and a little bit more complicated stuff. It's going to be nice and quick. So you may have noticed from the part 1 section that you just watched that there was, remember I referred to difference of two squares. So notice that if we have something that looks like this, p minus 7 times p plus 7, you see how they're the same, except one's a minus and one's a plus. What ends up happening is the middle term always cancels out. Notice they can be in either order because it's multiplication. So we multiply this out. And the middle term, 7p minus 7p, is 0, so we don't even have to write it. So it ends up being p squared minus 49. You can see that there. Okay? So that's a special case. That's called the difference of two squares. It comes up very often. And there's also, it's called when you square a binomial. Okay? So if you have v minus 10 squared, no big deal, you just have to remember to write it out. V minus 10 times v minus 10. A lot of students think it's going to be v squared plus 100, but that's not right because you're forgetting the middle terms, right? So if we multiply this out, it's a positive 100, negative 10v, negative 10v, and then v squared. Okay, so difference of two squares, squaring a binomial, two special cases. The one other example I want to show you is trinomials. Maybe you want to multiply a binomial by a trinomial, or maybe things get more complicated than just squares. So for example, if we have x minus 4 times 2x squared minus 9x plus 5, it's the same thing as the way we set it up. I generally put the smaller one on the bottom, just for the same reason as you generally put the smaller number on the bottom. You multiply a 2-digit number times a 3-digit number. Okay? So we're going to set this up like this. Okay? And then it's just the same procedure. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Negative 4 times negative 9x is positive 36x. Negative 4 times 2x squared is going to be negative 8x squared, right? Now we have this other term here, so we need to put a 0. X times 5 is just 5x. X times negative 9x is negative 9x squared. X times 2x squared is 2x cubed. And then we draw the big line. So we have negative 20. We're adding these, so we have 41x. Going to be positive. Negative 8x squared minus 9x squared is negative 17x squared. Notice we don't change this because this is negative 8 of what? It's negative 8x squareds. This is negative 9x squareds. So if we're adding two negatives, it's a deeper negative, negative 17. Negative 17 what? Negative 17x squareds. The thing doesn't change since we're adding or subtracting. Okay. So there's your answer. Alrighty. So you're going to try a few of these, and then I'm going to put the answers on the video, okay? So let me go ahead and write out 3 quick practice problems. I want you to do, let's go with x minus 7 squared. P plus 3 times p minus 3, and 2x minus 3 times 3x squared minus 5x plus 1. Okay, go ahead and do each one of these on your paper there. Pause the video, and I'm going to post the answers right here, okay? So pause it now. Okay, we're back. You're going to check your answers here. We square this out. Notice x minus 7 times x minus 7. Here's the answer. The difference of two squares. Here's the answer. Okay, we set this up, multiply it all out, add the columns, and there's your answer there. Hope you learned a thing or two, and we'll see you next time. Toodles.